Our episode begins with an introduction to Camp Tipiskaw alongside our co-hosts for the season, Trevor McGregor and Derek Johnson, who promise to make sure that this show is something to remember. After the show's intro plays out, a bus rolls its way into the camp's entrance, where we meet our contestants for the season, who are split up into two teams. The purple team, featuring Will, Ashley, Tess, Lil, Nick, Ellie, and Gabby, as well as the teal team, featuring Dan, Gret, Tom, Jake, Drew, Fiore, and Miriam. Our hosts explained to the contestants that they will require more than enthusiasm to make it in this show, as their only supplies for the next few weeks will be a tent, a machete, and a pot. They will not be given cabins and must find their own food as well as other supplies. They will have to look out for themselves or try to win challenges to gain rewards. Each team is given a map for finding their respective campsites. We watch as the purple team begin their journey together, as Gabby expresses her excitement, which Ellie seems rather fond of. Will offers to carry Ashley's bags after taking Nick's, who took a chance to run ahead and talk to a certain someone, but she tells him that she can manage just fine. We then cut to the teal team, who are being led by Jake. He tries to help Miriam with her luggage, but is coldly denied by the elderly lady, who wouldn't dare trust anyone with their luggage. After all, she's watched these types of shows before. Dan asks the masked Tom about his fashion style, to which Tom relates that he has sensitive skin when it comes to sun exposure. The team can't help but find themselves rather interested in the little girl Fiore, who is strangely another participant in the show. She informs her team that her parents signed her onto the show in exchange for money. Gret would kindly like to have a word with the producers, who decided to put her on the same team as a child, an old lady, and four guys who look like they've never seen sunlight. We cut back to the purple team, where Nick seems to be already flirting with one of the girls on his team who's caught his eye. Well, hello there, love. Name's Nick. Pleasure's all mine. Care to tell me your name?
I'm Tess.
Tess, huh? Well, ain't that a bloody lovely name for a girl such as yourself? I look forward to getting to know you.
I wish I could say the same.
Tess walked off, leaving Nick rather taken back before he gets pressed by Gabby for his cashmere suit. Nick rolls his eyes and tells her not to worry. It's not her house cat, after all. Gabby simply tells him that if he doesn't care for animal lives, she might not care for his. Nick grows uncomfortable, and Lil asks the two of them to please work as a team from here on out. The two teams reach their camps and immediately get to work in preparing for when it gets dark. Tom asks for Jake's help on the teal team to make a fire in record time, impressing both Drew and Fiore. Fiore asks Tom how he's so good at this, to which he replies that he simply watched a survival show, but both of them don't seem very convinced. Meanwhile, Will, Ashley, and Nick gather supplies on the purple team, whilst Lil prepares a fire. Ellie and Gabby get to know each other a little, whilst Tess sits alone drawing on a little notepad she keeps on her. Gabby attempts to make conversation, but Tess doesn't seem all that interested. Gabby can't help but throw a jab at Tess for wasting the lives of trees for her small scribbles. Lil manages to start the fire and asks the three girls to watch over, as Nick seems to be struggling with almost any task given to him. He thanks Lil for de-escalating the situation with Gabby earlier, and expresses his admiration over what she's able to do. Lil asks Nick some questions, to which he explains how he had rather overprotective parents growing up, and only very recently stopped living with them after an argument, and went on to Disventure camp to prove a point and to tease them. Will and Ashley get to know each other a little better whilst looking for food. Ashley explains that she's a farm girl, whereas Will comes from an urban city. Will expresses his fears, whilst Ashley feels confident in a place such as this. The two are able to find apples in the trees, and bump into Lil and Nick. Lil proposes an alliance between the four of them, to which they all agree, but Nick asks if they can bring in Tess. The others can't help but wonder why, when Tess has made little to no effort in communicating with anyone on the team, not even Gabby or Ellie, to which Nick responds with, "Simple. She's attractive. And I know there's more to a girl like her than meets the eye." Suddenly, the campsite is drowned out with multiple speakers informing the contestants of the first challenge of the season, and are asked to meet up at the challenge zone. Once both teams arrive, they are met by the host standing in front of two boxes and announce the first twist of the season. Both teams must vote for someone off their respective teams. Each contestant must write down the name of the player they want voted out. Everyone writes down their votes and places them into the ballot boxes. The votes are tallied up, and Gabby from the purple team and Fiore from the teal team are both voted out. Gabby is enraged and yells at her teammates, all of them besides Ellie and Tess back away from the girl in fear. Nick attempts to hide behind Lil, and Tess simply rolls her eyes at him. Fiore pouts and sighs in disappointment, to which Gret responds that even an old lady would be more useful than her. Both Fiore and Gabby have been officially kicked off their teams, but not from the competition. This vote was simply a team swap, keeping both contestants in the game, as well as a reveal that no one will be going home today, but instead, the contestants will play for a reward of sleeping bags. For this challenge, each team will have an area marked with a flag. One member from each team will be in charge of holding it, whilst the others have paintball guns to attack the opposing team and thus protect their flag. The first team to steal the opposing flag and bring it out to the central zone gets the reward. Dan asks if being shot by a paintball gun means you are out of the challenge, to which the hosts explain that they are merely for self-defense and attack purposes. The teal team decides that Miriam will have the flag and leave Gret and Gabby to protect her, whilst the boys lead charge to attack and try to steal the other team's flag. The purple team chooses Fiore to hold onto the flag, with Will and Ashley protecting her, whilst the rest attack. The challenge begins and both teams begin their respective plans. On the teal team, Gret asks Gabby how she's feeling regarding being voted off the purple team almost immediately. She asks both Gabby and Miriam if they would be interested in forming an alliance in the game. Gabby agrees and hopes to become friends with Gret, whilst Miriam agrees to vote for whoever so long as she herself is safe from elimination. Back on the purple team, Ashley asks Fiora if she's okay, to which the little girl responds by saying that her old team was rude to her. Will and Ashley are both appalled by the other team's actions towards Fiora and promise to look out for her. The boys from the teal team distract most of the purple team, leaving Tom open to attempt to take the flag once he's gotten past Will and Ashley. Tom knocks Will down and Ashley tells him to get the rest of their team. Phil manages to blind the teal team as Ashley and Tom face off against each other. Their clash results in Tom running away with the flag, with the cowgirl close behind them. The girls back on the teal team are, Miriam is asleep, and Gabby is currently testing Gret's patience, discussing things the girl couldn't give a fuck about. This gives Lil an opening to steal the team's flag, whilst none of the girls are looking. Things are neck and neck for each team, as both Tom and Lil race for the host, with contestants close behind the two of them. In the end, Tom is announced the first to arrive. However, what he has in his hand is not the flag. It is then revealed that Fiora somehow still has the flag on her, as she waves it in the air in celebration, causing Lil to give her team the win. A confessional of Fiora plays out, where she reveals her revenge on her old team after voting her off, and losing to the skills of a 6-year-old girl. Once the teams all arrive at the challenge zone, Ashley asks Fiora about how she came up with such a smart idea of a false flag. In a state of panic, Fiora tells her team that she wasn't the one who came up with the plan, but it was in fact Tess, who was taken by surprise at the girl's claim, but after receiving a playful nudge by the young girl, she decides to play along. The purple team receive their reward of sleeping bags, and both teams have to go back to their campsites to settle down for their first night in the game. As nighttime hits, Fiora thanks her new teammates for making her feel included after her unpleasant experience on the teal team, before saying goodnight. The team can't help but feel warm towards the little girl. Ashley notices that Will, however, seems rather unsettled. He shyly reveals to the cowgirl that he's a little afraid of the dark. The friendly cowgirl offers him a helping hand, and the two begin to get to know each other a little more.
Do you mind telling me why you gave me the credit during the challenge?
It's just that I prefer to go unnoticed.
Fair enough, same here. Which is why I can't say I appreciate you shifting all eyes on me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Suppose there's no harm done. You're just a small girl after all. Just please don't do that again.
I promise, miss, but do you think that you could keep the whole flag thing between us?
Wouldn't be the first secret I've kept from people.
The episode ends with Fiora expressing her true colors once again, while she keeps up the helpless little girl act. She reckons that by the time people catch on to her, it'll end up being too late for anyone to do anything about it. This game is as good as hers.